Hello and welcome to the TTFL CPT round 8. We are at Spa tonight. Sorry, just clearing right foot on the screen. That on that screen, full screen 2. What am I doing? I'm having a mare today. So we are doing short quali as there are only 13 drivers. Let's put background. Is that better audio-wise for on the pass? And this again volume about that as well. Frenzy into the lobby now as well, so all 13 drivers are in. Dry weekend. I'm a little disappointed it's dry. Spa's always fun to watch when it's a bit wet. Onto the camel straight. Set to 1:35. Game is around. Hopefully that's a bit better balanced. All my audio drivers seem to have gone to pot in the last couple of weeks. Well, that's at the bottom of sector 2 of 1:17.0. Now on the run down towards the bus stop. That's what's missing. Oh, I've not got my track maps open. There we go. there. Circle Mill, a 146.0. CTFD does a 45.2. Thus a 45.4. So still plenty of time to find. Elders invalidated. Felix is into the pits. Better than before. Wicked. Why's that gone to there though? It's supposed to be on Spa, that's better. If you think I need turning up a bit more, let me know and I'll tweak a bit more. It's not a problem. He says if you can find his mouse. Let's put that up a little. Hopefully that's a bit better. So Panda did a 45.0. Rapid comes across with a 43.6. So a second and a half up. So Rapid definitely showing the early pace. Drop back to Elder, see how he's getting on. Coming through No Name. No, he's not, he's coming through Puon. Through the chicane. Looking very tidy. On the power early. For the run down to the bus stop. So important to get your braking right. Clips the apex nicely on the power early. Back end keeping it under control. A 44.6 from Elder takes him into second. Got a second to find on Rapid, who's still out in front. Mrs. Cole's done a 47.2 to sit in seventh. Jump on board with Thornicus. He's done a 115 through sector 2. So quick time for Thornicus. We've got a yellow flag for someone. That's cleared. So out of the bus stop, Thornicus crosses the line, a 143.6. 600ths faster than Rapid takes Thornicus into provisional pole. Unfortunately, Elder is now knocked down into third, but still plenty of time to get another lap in. Right on board with Hobo through Aruz and Radion up to the Camel Straight. 30.8 through sector 1 for Hobo. So now starts his way back down the hill. I think I need a drink to clear my throat. Through No Name. Obviously on the exit there, he has got a McLaren that's kept out of the way as he's made his way round Puon. Oh, I've just realised that was a YouTube sub, not a Twitch sub. Either way, thank you for that. So Hobo now making his way down towards the bus stop. Out the bus stop there. He's going to cross the line. A 45.3 takes Hobo into sixth. It's the end of an out lap for the Alfa Romeo. Felix is on a lap. It's coming through No Name. I swear I saw a rumour that the new Alfa was going to be in the game. I don't know why they'd do that for one car and not the rest of the grid. That's definitely the 2022 Alfa going round. 1:16.0 through sector 2 for Felix. He's making his way up towards the bus stop. Brings the car back over to the left. Brakes a little wide at the first apex, gets the second apex. Power down early on the exit. A 44.4 takes Felix into third place. Elder now slips down into fifth as Jake's jumped up into fourth with a 44.6. So as we stand, Thornicus on provisional pole with a 43.6, Rapid in second with a 43.6, just come in to start a lap. Felix in third, Jake in fourth, Elder in fifth, Panda in sixth, CTFD in seventh, Hobo in eighth, Josh in ninth, Ramil in 10th, Mrs. Carl in 11th, Frenzy in 12th, yet to set a lap. And Speedy in 13th. Rapid through Oruz and up the hill of Radion. DRS open as he makes his way down the Kemmel. So 300ths down on his time through sector 1. We've got a yellow flag for a Haas round on the exit of No Name. I think that may well be Speedy. Hopefully his car's not going to get in the way. No, he's got it going. Rapid makes his way through Pouon. This middle sector is a long middle sector. Looking for an improvement here from Rapid. He is 4/10 up now. So nearly half a second up. Absolutely flying through the middle sector. Keep it clean through sector 3. This is going to see him on provisional pole. That's the bus stop to negotiate now. DRS open, sprint to the line. 4/10 improvement of 1:43.2 puts Rapid on provisional pole. Elder just coming through to start his flying lap. CTFD's invalidated. Hobo's on an out lap. Ramil is on a lap. He's just behind Mrs. Cole, both pushing through to the bus stop. Ramil looking to go a little deep there. A little twitchy on the exit. Mrs. Carl improves, but Ramil improves as well, so they stay 10th and 11th. So Elder a 10th up through sector 1. Let's find a second through sector 2 and 3 to be in with a chance of jumping Thornicus. And he's invalidated. Unlucky Elder. Has he got the fuel to go for another run? Stick the telemetry on. Telemetry doesn't tell me. It's not. So it's going to be tight to get back to the pits and back out again for another lap. I have the tyres for it. As Hobo makes his way onto the Camel, can Hobo find any improvement to jump up the order? Coming up to the end of sector 1 now, 3/10 up on his time, so this would be enough to put him up into 7th, unless Panda can find an improvement ahead. Hobo through, no name, now running down to Puon. Car looking really stable through there. Right and left-hander. Still 3/10 up on the exit of sector 2. Is Elder going to be able to make it out in time? He is on his way out of the pits. I don't know what time's left on the session. As Hobo comes through the bus stop, crosses the line with a 45.7, so takes half a second off his previous time. That moves him up into 7th place. Puts him a couple of tenths ahead of Panda, who's invalidated their current lap. Drake isn't on a lap. We've got a stationary McLaren on the bus stop. Does get the car out of the way, has no front wing. So that's Frenzy not going to be able to set a lap. Needs to be careful he doesn't get beat there. So it's still got those yellow flags. The exit of the bus stop. Elder's got 55 seconds to get round. Thornicus now starting his final flying lap. It's rapid showing on an out lap. He's in that. So Frenzy's been disqualified for parts in a dangerous position. I'm guessing we got beat. Thornicus has invalidated this lap, so he won't be able to improve. Does Elder cross the line before the timer runs out? Yes, he does. Thornicus can't improve. How's Josh getting on? Drake's invalidated. Felix is on a lap. 500ths up through sector 1. 4/10 up through sector 2. So everyone finding time in sector 2. Over Drake into the pits. Mrs. Carl is out on track. Josh is going to be the next to cross the line. Felix stays 4th with a 44.1. Josh now into the bus stop, 200ths up through sector 2. Can he find anything through the final sector? Crosses the line. 44.0 stays 3rd. Elder 8/10 up through sector 2. Pushing hard. Red Bull keeping well out of the way there. Elder now into the bus stop. Nothing to lose, but you don't want to put your power down too early. It's cleanly out of the bus stop. Crosses the line, a 43.5. Big improvement there from Elder, takes him up into second place. I think that is everyone across the line. Mrs. Cole comes into the pits. Unless there's a late safety car though, Elder. A fresh set of softs. You'll be alright, I think. Straight line, if you can get the toe, stay in the DRS, you'll be able to take advantage. So, confirmation of your starting order is Rapid on pole, Elder in second, Saunicus in third, Josh in fourth, Felix in fifth, Jake in sixth, Hobo in seventh, Panda in eighth, CTFD in ninth, Mrs. Carl in 10th, Speedy in 11th, getting a 45.7 in the closing moments there, and Gramil in 12th. Frenzy will be starting in 13th. I suppose whilst we're waiting for the next bit, I should put the standings up. Which I believe, why is that saying that's round 4? Why hasn't that updated? Driver standings. TTFL driver. Done. Constructor standings. Done. So try again. Driver standings. That's better. Round 7. So Saunicus out in front at the moment with 130 points. Rapid in second on 94. Elder in third on 84. Sesvin currently sitting in fourth with 75. Frenzy in fifth with 62. Hobo sitting in sixth with 61. Jake in seventh with 56. Josh in eighth. Mrs. Carl in ninth. Scotty in 10th. Moyland in 11th, even though Moyland doesn't race anymore. He's now doing comms for tier 2. Panda in 12th, Simseku in 13th, Speedy in 14th, Scorenzi in 15th, and Stiltsneeze in 16th. So the constructors' stand-ins, McLaren out in front with 192 points, Ferrari in second, 118, just one ahead of Alpine in third, Aston Martin in fourth, Mercedes in fifth, Red Bull in sixth, Alpha Tauri in seventh, Haas in eighth, Alfa Romeo and Williams yet to score points. As the drivers are on the formation lap, let's have a look at the tyres. So Rapid and Elder both going long on the hards, Saunicus on the mediums, Josh and Felix on the hards. The Alpine splitting strategy with Jake on the medium and Hobo on the hard. Panda and CTFD both on the medium. Mrs. Carl on the hards. Speedy and Gramil on the mediums and Frenzy on the hards. Back to position. ID right. Through the grid. How the tyres are getting on. Rapid, you need to turn your telemetry on. Elder looking to have a better warm up at this phase. Felix needs to do a bit of work. So it's alright, Hobo's alright. Panda's okay. CCFD needs to find a couple of degrees. Mrs. Cole needs to find a couple. Speedy needs to find a couple. Ramil needs to cool his down. And Frenzy is just about there. So as we line up for the start. Elder slightly out of position through the formation lap. Does find his grid spot though. There we go, the lights are on, we don't believe them, they've gone out and the cars still haven't moved. And now we have movement. So Elder with a great start, Rapid dropping down, Thornicus challenging into turn one as well, but Rapid looks to have that covered off. Taking further back, so Elder's out in front, Rapid in second, Thornicus in third, Josh in fourth, CTFD up into fifth place. Great start there for CTFD. Felix has dropped one position down into sixth. Speedy with another great start up into seventh place. Hobo's dropped down one place. Ramil has gained three as he's battling with Hobo. Jake had a poor start there, dropping down into 11th place. Mrs. Cole has dropped all the way back to 13th, possibly picked up wing damage as front white lost an end plate on the right hand side as Rapid and Elder are going side by side through Puon. Rapid gets the move done around the outside through Puon, so Elder back down into second. Let's take it calmly, not push too hard this early on. So we've got a yellow flag, that's Josh. We've lost Josh. And it looks like Gramil may have been in contact with Josh as well. Gramil with no front wing. And we've got our first safety car, not even a lap complete. And we have the first safety car. So while safety car is on, I'm just going to click on other screens. That's good. Let's back up. So Mrs. Cole and Gramil in the pits. Fates opted to come into the pit as well, which will allow them to catch back up to the pack. Entirely sure what happened to Josh there, but there is a fairly sizable gap from Felix to Frenzy. I'm gonna guess that's from everyone taking avoiding action. So now we are waiting for the pack to catch up. Should be there by the end of this lap, but I think we're going to have at least another lap on the safety car. I want a rear-facing camera shot from the safety car. And before anyone says it, I know I want doesn't get, but I would like the Cody's to actually do something useful for spectators in the next game. Hopefully I'd just like them to make a decent game. Oh, I should have put Drive to Survive on the top screen. And keeping an eye whilst we're under safety car. So Rapid, having retaken the lead around Pouon. Held up Silt in second place, Thornicus in third, CTFD in fourth, Speedy and Jake back in, Speedy into the pits for the first time and Jake back into the pits. Mediums for Jake and I'm going to guess mediums for Speedy. It is. There's his second stop. I don't think you'll get the mediums to the end. I suppose it'll give you the option against the rest of the grid that are on the medium. Already caught back up to the back of the safety car queue. Nothing to lose going for the stop under the safety car. To be on the faster tyre for the restart. Done it again. I've left the light on. Take the light off. I believe safety car should be in this lap. And there we go, called it perfectly. Now Rapid will become the de facto safety car. It backs the pack up. Works to get those hards up to temperature. Elder's set up looking to put more wear through the rear tyres, 5% heavier wear on the rears. Could hurt him later on in the race, as Rapid has gone early into the bus stop trying to catch Elder out. Hasn't quite worked out as Elder's pulled the gap back to under 3/10 as they make their way through turn one. Can Elder get the better drive up the hill? Rapid opening that gap up. There's Gramil and Mrs. Cole battling out for the final points position. Thornicus with a great view of this battle in front. Panda is trying to find his way past CTFD. Down the Camel straight, can't get it done, but is right behind as they go through the right and left hander. Felix is on the back of Frenzy as well. Frenzy's dropped back from Panda, has over a second gap now, so he's out of the DRS when that becomes available, which should be about lap 7, I think. Rapid holding on in front, Elder not letting go. Through the double right hander, 14 and 15. And onto the back straight. Elder closing in on the back of Rapid. Straight line speed deficit you were talking about. Not seeing any of it at the moment, but how much ERS are you using as he goes for a move into the bus stop? Rapid with the cutback, has it covered off? Let's put telemetry up so we can see. So Rapid gets back in front with a lot healthier ERS. So Elder is having to push with the ERS to try and hold on to the back of Rapid as they now come onto the Kemmel straight. Gaps 2.5 tenths at the start of the Kemmel. Drops about 0.5 tenth to Rapid down the Kemmel. Rapid not looking to have used much of any ERS there. Elder's setup looking more stable through the middle sector though. This is the compromise you have to make around this track. Do you go for a straight line speed or do you go for downforce through the middle sector? If you can stay in the DRS of the cars in front, it will help you. But this back straight, it's not really a straight because it's got two corners in it. This back section is where the straight line speed deficit will hurt. Well, Elder keeping up nicely with Rapid. We've got a yellow flag that's cleared. That's CTFD, and it's another safety car at the perfect time for Rapid and Elder to come straight into the pits. So CTFD out of the race, so that's two drivers out. We're on lap 6 and we're on safety car number 2. So Panda also opting to come into the pits. Thornicus staying out, so inherits the lead. Felix up into second. Hobo currently sitting in third. It looks like the safety cars had a moment. I swear it was out on track, or was it just coming out in the pits? Might have just been coming out in the pits actually. So we didn't manage to pick the leader up. So that won't pick anyone up till lap 7. In lap 12. Certainly going to be interesting seeing if this front pack opt to stay out. Panda, I think, had a moment through No Name there. It's dropped quite a way back from Elder and Rapid. Definitely going to be no free pit stop for Thornicus. This could work out nicely for Rapid and Elder. We've lost Gramil now. On the exit of 15, he's on the right hand side. Elder, I thought you were going straight into his car then. Panda, if you've cleared it as well. The exit of 15, casting a few people out today. It is quite easy to get slung into that inside wall though, if you get too much curb on the exit of 15. So Jake into the pits. Elder had a heart attack. I don't blame you, I nearly did for you as well. And I'm going to say my heart's considerably older and more abused than yours. So please don't do that again. CTO, too much curb on the flat left and it threw me into the wall. Curbs on this game are horrid. I think the ride heights of some of the setups don't help. But it's far too easy to have the back end of the car just feel like it's not connected. One morning off a pen. It's because of the dirty air making me drift all over the place. Yeah. Just got to keep it clean and try and stick with them. The speed deficit's not as bad, or doesn't appear to be as bad. That's the only thing. Rapid's not had to deploy massive amounts of ERS to keep in front of you, and there was quite a difference. Oh, safety car in this lap, so safety car not staying out long. In fact, it only picked him up this lap. Thornicus acting as the safety car as we wait for the restart. No, I've never seen it either, Elder. That's better because it didn't need to be out because the cars have been cleared, but I wonder how many people that's caught out on tyre prep though. Thornicus leaving it late to launch, which has allowed Hobo to get the jump on Felix as they run down towards turn 1. Felix though back through into second place, Hobo sitting in third, Frenzy in fourth, Mrs. Carl up into fifth, Speedy running in sixth at the moment with that penalty. He needs to try and break away. He's got Rapid right behind him and honoured cards. Rapid going to the right hand side as they come down the Kemmel. He has got in front. How will they do on the braking? He's got Mrs. Carl in front as well. Rapid slips in between Speedy and Mrs. Carl. Held up all over the back of Speedy as well. Tucks it down the inside into the long right hander. Gets the car through. Close racing, no contact as far as I could see. Rapid and Elder taking full advantage of those fresher medium tyres. Elder now going wheel to wheel with Rapid through Pouon. Not able to make it stick. Both getting around the outside of Mrs. Carl. Mrs. Carl losing 2 places there. Speedy's had a moment. Has dropped down into 10th place. Panda has dropped off the back on his hards. He's down in 9th. Back to this battle between Rapid and Elder, as they're rapidly closing in onto the back of Frenzy. Thornicus, Felix and Hobo, the front 3 still close together, but no real battles happening there. Rapid has deployed a bit more ERS this time around, trying to hold off Elder and make his way through the pack. Catching up to Frenzy quite nicely. Elder just starting to drop back a little from Rapid, but able to use the toe there from Frenzy to help pull him along. Going for a look Up the inside of the right hander, a little bit of contact there between Rapid and Frenzy. Put Frenzy out the shape. Has allowed Elder to get through on Frenzy as well. So Frenzy losing out 2 places, now running in 6th place. Elder really does look to have the bit between his teeth, trying to keep up with Rapid. Is now on the cards, trying to retake the lead on track. Hobo closing in on Felix as they make their way down towards the bus stop. Felix with the ERS advantage though, 20% up, as is Thornicus on Hobo. Those mediums are going to start feeling worse for wear as we come through to start lap 9. Hobo picking up the fastest lap, I think Rapid smashing that with a 47.7. Rapid now has a 1.5 gap to Hobo out in 3rd. And still got Elder right on his rear wing. Frenzy dropping back from this battle at the front. Hard tyre will start to drop off soon. 9 laps old, 30% wear. And we look back at Elder, around about the 20% mark on 4 lap old mediums, so Rapid and Elder are going to start feeling their tyres dropping off soon. Hobo, Felix and Thornicus still out in front. Rapid now within the DRS of Hobo though. DRS will become active when they cross the line next. So they will be able to use it down the Kemmel straight. Top 5 now separated by about 2 seconds at most. Starts bunking up through the bus stop. DRS train forming here behind Thornicus. Felix is going to be coming under pressure though from Hobo. They're closing in as they make their way through Oruz and Radion. Down onto the Kemmel straight. Hobo coming under pressure from Rapid. Looking in the mirrors a little bit too much, maybe he's dropped back from Felix in front. He's trying to defend from Rapid. His battle on track is with Rapid, his battle in the race really is with Felix and Thornicus in front. As these top 3 still needing to make a stop. Elder getting ever closer to Rapid, but not able to find a way past at the moment. ERS usage for both very similar at this stage. Over those tyres, fronts are hitting 45, rears are on 40. These are gonna start feeling horrid. Felix running nearly 50% as Rapid does make a move on Hobo, then runs very wide through the exit and picks up a penalty that could be crucial at the end of this race. Elder will be looking to find his way past Hobo as quickly as possible so he doesn't lose sight of Rapid, as Rapid going up the inside of Felix into turn 1. Gets the move done, but Felix trying to fight it back. They now come through into Oruz and Radion. Rapid is up into 2nd. Thornicus still holding on to the lead. I think he's going to come under attack here from Rapid. Rapid with the DRS. Thornicus sticking to the right hand side. Rapid through before the braking zone. So Rapid back into the lead. Elder's got past Hobo, but now needs to clear Felix and Thornicus. And also needs to keep it clean to avoid picking up that 3-second penalty. I know there's one warning away. Expect to see Thornicus in this lap around. And Felix, as Rapid goes for a move down the inside of Felix, gets the move done. Straight on to the back of Thornicus. Thornicus has dropped out of the DRS of Rapid. Elder's going to have all the work to do to try and get past and close into the DRS to help pull himself along. And really burning the ERS now. Almost down into single figures as we come across the start lap 13. Thornicus, Felix and Hobo all staying out. Frenzy and Mrs. Carl into the pits. Thornicus clinging on to the DRS activation point. We will get DRS this time around. We've got the yellow flag. That's Felix round at the top of Rouge. Sorry, Radion. I thought he was going to get side swiped there by DXC Anthony, who I'm fairly thought will need a change of underwear after seeing a car across the track at the top of Radion. Don't reverse it into the wall. That could be rear wing damage for Jake. No, it doesn't look like it. No, he doesn't put his telemetry on, so I don't know. Jake may have picked up rear wing damage there as he reversed the car out, so he wasn't sideways across the track. Elder has managed to get past Thornicus and now runs in second, but has a 2-second gap to Rapid out in front. I know they'll be wanting to close down as quickly as possible. Speedy picks up the 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Currently running down in 10th place, some way off the pack. Still in the points, so don't give up. A late safety car is possible. Will help bring you back into the battle. Rapid controlling that lead. He's actually extended the gap over Elder. It's now at 2.2. Rapid starting to burn his ERS as Felix into the pits. That's going to bring him out. It's going to bring him out behind Mrs. Carl, so down into 9th place. But holding on to 4th, but dropping out of the DRS. And as we come into the middle sector, he closes the DRS gap up. Elder dropping back from Rapid, nearly at the 3-second mark. Rapid pushing hard to try and clear that 3-second gap. To mitigate that penalty is picked up. Hobo right on the back of Thornicus. So we make our way down. Exit the turn 15. Hobo going up the inside. Thornicus having that just covered off. So we run down towards the bus stop. Hobo's fronts are looking rather worn. Will we we see a pit stop here. Thornicus into the pits. Hobo opting to stay out. Trying to get the advantage, take the overcut. Where's this going to bring Thornicus out? Makes his way down the pit lane. Runs over the Ferrari mechanic's foot. And out of the pits. Currently in fourth. Will he make it out in front of Panda? Yes, he does. So Thornicus back out into fourth place. So Hobo should be coming out in fourth as well, as long as he doesn't have any major moments. Probably cursed him now. Rapid extending that gap in front. The gap now 3.6 seconds. So clear penalty wise over Elder. A late safety car here would be unfortunate. We've got 7 laps to go and Elder's tyres are going to be touch and go to make it to the end. Currently sitting on 50%. Seven laps. He's done 9. They're going to be hitting puncture territory before the end of the race. Hobo still in third place. Hobo's tyres will be hitting puncture territory any lap now as he comes into the pits. Is it going to be able to get out in front of Thornicus and Panda? Really needs to clear Panda. Hobo's gone soft. So Thornicus is through as Hobo makes his way out of the pits. Comes out just behind Thornicus, and now that's got to be a mistake by Hobo. He can't have meant to have gone on to softs. They're never going to last 6 laps. He's got the DRS on Thornicus. Saying that if he can get past Thornicus, he should pull away nicely and open a gap. As Panda is through on Frenzy, so Panda and Frenzy battling down the Kemmel Straight. Panda holding on to 5th place. Rapid's gap in front is currently 4.2. Very similar ERS to Elder. Thornicus under pressure from Hobo on the soft tyre. Thornicus' hards are up to temperature. The Hobos are right up there as well. Hobo's going to have the better traction out of the corners. Panda and Frenzy still battling it out. Frenzy looking to go up the inside into the bus stop. Thinks better of it. The DRS down the start-finish straight. Hobo's going to have the DRS down the Kemmel straight. Can Frenzy find his way through? Can't down the start line. Run to a Rouge and Radion. Jumping back to Hobo to see if he can get the move done on Thornicus. DRS is open. Thornicus moving to the left hand side. Under braking, Hobo gets the move done. Little close for comfort, but there wasn't any contact. That was a brilliant, brave move by Hobo there, taking him up into 3rd place. Needs to nurse these softs a little though. to try and get them to the end. Speedy and Jake battling it out into turn 1. Jake must have had a moment because they weren't that close earlier on. Speedy with the DRS as we come on to the Camel Straight. That lovely view from the back of Speed. Oh, and as he's getting past, I get a view from the front. Fuck you, EA. So didn't actually see that move because the cameras decided to switch round to the worst possible views. But Speedy is up into 9th place now. So dropping down into 10th. Elder into the pits going for another set of mediums. And 4 laps to go. I'd have thought he'd have gone for the softs. Which brings him out behind Thornicus. Does it? No, it doesn't. It brings him out just behind a Hobo. He squeezes in between Hobo and Thornicus. So we'll get the DRS to attack Hobo down the Camel Straight. Thornicus coming on the attack as well, trying to find his way past Elder. Can't get past Elder. Hobo fighting back through the right-hander as well. So Hobo holding on to 3rd place. Elder opting to play it safe. Will Rapid come in to respond, or will he try and hang out on the mediums to the end? We will find out in about 20 seconds as he now comes into the bus stop. And he is Rapid into the pits as well, looking to cover off Elder being able to gain on the fresh rubber. Will Rapid go soft? Ferrari mechanics are there, they've got the softs, they've got them on the car. Would have been hilarious if you just saw one Ferrari mechanic come running out halfway through the pit stop with a wheel and go, I don't know what I'm doing. Rapid back out into the lead with a 4-second gap back to Elder, 5-second gap now. And on the faster soft tyre, expect to see that gap grow. Hobo just within the DRS of Elder, but Thornicus finding his way past down the Camel Straight. No late braking defence from Hobo that time around. So Hobo dropping back down into 4th place. Speedy picking up another penalty. This is Carl just on the back of Kunda. With Felix just behind as well. So a little battle brewing here. Speedy into the pits. Speed has picked up damage, so this is going to be a new wing for Speedy and more than likely a set of softs. Soft rubber waiting to go on the Haas. New front wing going on. A slightly worn set of softs going on to Speedy's car. Elder's actually gained on Rapid over that lap. Got the gap down to 3.8. I wonder how worn Rapid's tyres are. Thornicus starting to open the gap back to Hobo. Hobo's 4-lap old softs. Probably starting to feel quite uncomfortable on those. Still in the DRS though. Still with a comfy margin over Frenzy in 5th. Felix and Mrs. Cole trading places down the Kemmel Straight. Panda in 6th. Just out of touch of Felix. Mrs. Cole not giving up though, trying to hold on to the back of Felix to make their way through No Name. Rapids pushed on over this lap. We've opened that gap back up to 4.7, so it's taken a second out of Elder's lap time there. Starting to look a tad grey as well. Rapid crosses the line to start the penultimate lap. He's got a 5-second advantage over Elder in 2nd. It's too late for a safety car now. So Elder's going to be hoping Rapid has a moment, or his softs just drastically drop off. Very similar ERS on the pair of them. Thornicus holding on to 3rd. Hobo's now dropped 2 seconds back from Thornicus, where on the softs is starting to bite. Still holding a 2.8 gap back to Frenzy, so no pressure from behind at the moment. Felix has made his way past Panda, so Felix up into 6th. Panda now in 7th, Mrs. Carl in 8th. Jake into the pits for a set of softs. Jake going to try and steal the fastest lap on the final lap. Speedy just making his way through the bus stop. As Rapid comes around to start his final lap. Elder now 5 seconds back from Rapid. Thornicus outside the DRS. Hobo dropping back. He's got a 4-second gap between him and Thornicus. Still over 2 seconds back to Frenzy though. Frenzy pushing with the ERS. He can smell that 4th place position. Thornicus starting to gain on Elder as well now. Less than a second between them. No DRS till the start finish straight. Don't think that'd be enough. Even if Thornicus was right on his rear. Oh, stop yawning. So this race seems to have gone really quick. Spa always does. It's a long lap, but it's a quick race. Rapid coming down the back straight. Has effectively been in the lead for the whole race. The only time Rapid and Elder dropped out of the battle for the lead on track was when they took the early pit stop under the safety car earlier on. So Rapid takes the win. Elder comes across to take 2nd. Thornicus picks up 3rd. Hobo holds on for 4th place. Frenzy will take 5th. Felix on his debut takes 6th. Panda comes across in 7th. Mrs. Cole crosses the line in 8th. It was a worthwhile gamble, Hobo. The tyres, the softs held on better than I thought they would. Find the pass here. Every straight I was losing 7 to 8 tenths. I saw the contact between Rapid and Frenzy. I didn't spot the second car. Oh, your tyres went, you had a puncture. That's... I thought you'd be pushing puncture territory on those mediums. I was surprised you went for a second set of mediums. Yeah, worthwhile risk as Jake does come across the line and steals the fastest lap. So that's Jake in 9th. Unless Speedy can pull something out the bag to steal that fastest lap point. Mrs. Cole not waiting around. Straight out the session and off to prepare for Mexico in CP2. Speedy. Look, Speedy. Oh, I don't know what you were doing there, Speedy. Veering to the right at the start finish. Let's get that off for a moment. Please wait. Loading. Here we go. So confirmation. Rapid takes the win. Elder picks up 2nd place. Thornicus in 3rd. Hobo in 4th. Frenzy in 5th. Felix in 6th. Panda in 7th. Mrs. Carl in 8th. Jake in 9th. Speedy in 10th. And Gramil, CTFD and Josh all failing to make it to the end. Getting caught out by the wonderfully programmed curbs on this game. So that has been the TTFL CPT1 round 8 at Spa. I will be back in about an hour with the Rapid Pixel Racing CP2 race, which Hobo will be driving in as well as Frenzy and Speedy and Mrs. Carl. So half the grid will be in the RPR race. Hobo will be back on Monday with his RPR GP1 commentary stream with Moyland, I believe, maybe. But definitely Hobo, possibly Moyland as well for Kota this week. And Hobo, no doubt, will also be streaming Hogwarts over the weekend. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, it's the FIFA Chairman League stream, so you can watch how the AI get on for the guys. But I've been Rob Sim Racer. I'll be, as I say, I'll be back in an hour, and if I don't catch you for that one, I will see you next Friday. Where are we next week? Wrong league. That league calendar. Just on Spa. So Spain next week. So next Friday, scrap that. I won't be here next Friday. I've got to have another Friday off because I've got a funeral. So I won't be back in time for TTFL. Think I've pre-warned Hobo. Not sure. Hopefully Speedy will be here to at least set the lobby up on time next week. But I will catch you all in an hour or in a couple of weeks for Zandvoort. Take it easy.